days. I think at this point, we will pull up Susan Murcott, who would like to say a few words. She is an environmental engineer, an MIT D-Lab lecturer, an expert with decades of experience in the wash sector. So she'll make a few remarks before we finally wrap up. Hi, Susan. I think you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, wonderful. Well, wow, this has been an amazing 3 days. It was my first Zoom conference and perhaps many for you as well. I know from years of experience with prior MIT water summits that this has been hands down the best water summit ever. What made it the best is that it's the first time that the MIT Water Summit has gotten out of the box of conventional, techno-focused, high-tech, water summit with all the lenses through which one can view water. Not just the engineer's lens, but perspectives from First Nations, from agriculturalists, from women and men who haul water, like the Navajo, and many other indigenous, low income and vulnerable communities around the world. The conference organizers themselves did an amazing job at defining the most important vision, a world of water and reimagining resilience. They recruited outstanding speakers and panelists, also in picking themes that are crucial to our present and future ability to survive and thrive in the 21st century. Themes such as decentralized water systems, as we just heard right now, and also health and wash, water and energy management and trade-offs, food security, and equality through water management. I want to give a special shout out and virtual applause to all the speakers and panelists, and to express gratitude to the organizers by name. First, Laura and Chungman Chow, and Grace Connors, Shawnee Traylor, Kathy Zhang, Nicolette Berger, Nasser Sattar, and Andrew Buma. This remarkable organizational team has done so much hard work to make this event both run smoothly and to provide direction and hope for our present and future as we work together to share water and cooperate in a complex, scary, but also hopeful future. Thanks to everyone who attended, listened, learned, asked hard questions, and shared in this exploration. Please be safe and well, because there's so much important work to do in our challenges ahead. Thank you for this event today and for the last 3 days.
Thank you so much, Susan, for your kind words. I'm blown away. That's really encouraging to hear for myself and the team. And we're grateful to have had your and other D-Lab members help in the planning process. Yeah, thank you so much.
It's terrific.
I know the team has worked really hard over the past few months to bring these amazing experts and this engaged and diverse audience together over the important topic of system resilience and to explore how water fits into it all. So to reintroduce myself quickly as I close out this year's summit and echo some of the points that Dr. Ajami highlighted and some of the thank yous that you've said, Susan. My name is Laura Chen. I am an undergrad at MIT and directed this year's Water Summit. So you may have met some of the team members over the past few days as they hosted the various sessions and breakout sessions we've had, but I want to shout them out and give them the huge round of applause they deserve again. So the team was comprised of Nicolette Buger, who is a director of networking, Grace Connors, who was a panel lead, Chunman Chow, who was also a panel lead, Shawnee Traylor, another panel lead, Kathy Zhang, our final panel lead, Nasser Sattar, who was on the networking team and was the lead of the startup pitches, Beatrice Klink, and Andrew Boma. So a huge virtual round of applause for them. they've really gone above and beyond in pulling together the agenda this year with such a diverse and inspiring group of speakers from all over the world, and doing that all over Zoom. So we're certainly no experts at Zoom, but we definitely learned a lot along the way. So I'm honored and proud to have worked with each one of them. We're really grateful for the help that we've had from you, Susan, as I said, other members of D-Lab, as well as so many other individuals along the way who answered our questions, connected us to others, and we're just so willing to help. We also want to thank our sponsors for their continued support, even during these times. And what I've found that is the community surrounding the water space, whether they're involved directly or indirectly in water, is so strong. And that's something I found really exciting during the planning process. As I said, people were willing and eager to help and share in any way they could, and recognizing the importance of collaboration in that as we move towards our collective resilience goals. So perhaps some might say it's my youthful optimism, but after hearing from so many of these experts, I have a strong sense of hope, and I hope you all do too. Beginning with Emma Robbins, we heard about how collaboration has changed her life, and with it, the lives of countless Navajo families that she works with. Our food security panelists highlighted that they've seen more collaboration over water than conflict. And Umalele and Hank Oving emphasized investing in people and educating people and creating soft spaces for those conversations. So yeah, our presenters really emphasized the importance of kind of integrating all this data and these lessons in context with our decision making throughout today's panels and the past panels. And as we learned, and as Dr. Jami discussed, these lessons may come in the form of governance insights, as our keynote speakers emphasized, may come in form of water quality data, climate modeling, and one of the most important pieces I felt that was touched on by almost every panel and presentation was lessons from those on the ground who are affected by these issues. So again and again, we heard about the many connections between the different problems we face. And so those include so many things, but decentralization and adaptation, investment in water and nature-based solutions with health and food security and disaster risk reduction, data monitoring, resource and capital allocation with energy, and so many more. So our speakers emphasize that the problems are connected, but so should be the solutions. And so looking at these holistic solutions was something they emphasized, and those can actually help build both social capital and overall well-being by taking advantages of mechanisms from technological innovation to legislation to financing to education to diplomacy, which will, all of that will be challenging. And they emphasize that we should be humble to these uncertainties and limitations, but they also told us that these are and must be our path into the future. So as Kaveh Madani emphasized, we're working to close the science policy society triangular gap, and recognizing and respecting those different contexts and values and priorities is the way we can march forward. So Anita Van Breda told us that we should have courage and not fear in looking forward into a different future. So I believe that we can move forward together. And although as Becca Farnham, as you discussed, Susan, touched on that resilience, isn't a choice for many around the world. It's not solely the job of those who are the most vulnerable to build it. So after hearing some of these inspirational stories and this work, I think we really can go into the future stronger together. And I believe that starts with conversations. So I hope we were able to start some conversations for people in the audience and speakers, and that will continue to do so. So I know I'm excited to, and it's been an honor to get to participate in many of these conversations surrounding the summit so far. So thank you again to our sponsors, to the team that has worked tirelessly to put this together, to our great speakers and our wonderful audience. So we will share with you all in an email the contact information of those attendees and panelists that chose to share theirs. links to any recorded sessions, and an exit survey for your feedback. So we'll send those all out in an email, and your feedback is really much appreciated. So with that, that concludes this year's MIT Water Summit. Thank you all. And just a note, we will also be hanging out in the break Zoom room if anyone has any last questions or things they need to share.